What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another A to Z of Ark for you guys today. And today, guys, we're taking a look at none other than the Megalodon. Now, guys, the Megalodon is found on pretty much every map, bar like Scorched Earth. So you can find it on the Island, the Center, Ragnarok, Valgyro, Crystal Isles, Genesis Part 2, and Genesis Part 1. Now, quick note, the Genesis Part 1 Megalodons are the variant of the X Megalodon, so they deal more damage but have less health, so keep that in mind when you are thinking about taming up Megalodons. But these guys are obviously going to be found in the oceans. They will not be found in rivers. You will find them purely in oceans. They are a simple knockout to tame. You can see here we've got a level 50 in front of us. I would recommend using a crossbow. You can, however, get lucky and sometimes lure them to like water's edge, where you can actually use like a long neck to actually knock them out, which is very possible to do as well. However, you just want to make sure that you have quite a bit of, not quite a bit, but a little bit of oxygen so that you can hopefully outswim the Megalodon and the pesky fucking mega piranhas in the area around you, because look at these bastards. They're everywhere. So all you need to do is simply trank it and it'll eventually go down. Oh my god, I'm just hitting all these mega piranhas. It'll eventually go down once you've tranked it enough. You can see here it's starting to swim away, so it's getting a lot. Look at them all! Look at these bastards! Making taming impossible. Literally, you would be dead in seconds. So, yeah, knocked the Megalodon out, and these guys are honestly one of the strongest ocean tames at the moment, in my opinion, because of their recent buffs that they received. So, once it's knocked out, you will then need Superior Kibble to tame it. If you don't have access to Superior Kibble, you can use Raw Mutton. If you don't have access to Raw Mutton, you can then go into Prime Meat. Whatever you can find, really. I would recommend using Raw Mutton, which is easy enough to come by on most maps nowadays. So make sure you get that in there. Make sure you do it away from freaking Mega Piranhas, because they will attack your Look at them all! They will attack your Megalodon, but once you've successfully tamed one, I did have a bunch of them in here ready to go, but they swam off somewhere, so hopefully this guy can teach them all a lesson if he's able to hit them. Nonetheless, once you have tamed up your Megalodon, its saddle is learned at level 47. It's made in your inventory. You'll need 30 cementing paste, 155 fiber, and 290 hide. Relatively cheap. The cementing paste will be the hardest thing to come across. Once you've got your saddle, whack it on your big Meggy boy. Where are you going, dude? Come back. Oh my god. Okay, chill out. Everyone just chill out. Just calm down. Once you've got your Megalodon, whack the saddle on it, and like I said, these guys are one of the strongest underwater creatures that you can tame at the moment. So due to their recent buffs, they have received the ability to hunt in packs. So you can see there on the Megalodon, underneath its name, we've got +1. If we spawn in another Megalodon, spawn in another Megalodon, spawn in another Megalodon, this will keep stacking until we have 8 stacks. So you can get 8 8 pack boosted Megalodons, and this scales their damage reduction, all that good stuff right up there, which is, it's awesome. It makes them super strong in the ocean. You can deal with alphas, you can deal with literally anything with a pack of Megalodons. Only thing you can't deal with are Nidarias. So if you do plan on bringing some sharks out into the ocean to deal damage to, well, everything, you will need a Bazzy to deal with Nidarias or even Electrophoruses, because the Bazzies are immune to the Nidarias. If you don't bring a Bazzy with you and you swim into a pack of Nidarias, you will lose all your sharks. You will lose them. You can see there, these guys are just straight up stun locked. So you're going to need to be careful. I would recommend bringing a Bazzy with you so that you prevent this from happening. But another ability of the shark is, as you can see, they apply the Nashed effect, which drains 5% of the target's health over 5 seconds. A super strong attack. I don't believe it stacks with the Megalodons, similarly to the Deinonychuses. So it's not able to stack, but you can still deal 5% of a target's health over 5 seconds, which is a lot of damage. Super useful for dealing with Alpha Mosasaurs, Alpha Tusos, and just dealing with them in general, like the standard variants. So you definitely want to bring a pack of these guys with you underwater. You can see there we're dealing 284 damage while half of our pack was missing. If we swim around here and deal with these Nidarians, we'll actually hit harder because we've got the pack buff going on a little bit higher, because there's more of us together here. So you definitely want to bring some Megalodons. Now these guys are breedable as well, and they're great for dealing with the Moder boss on Genesis Part 1 as well. Generally for the Moder boss, you'll want to bring a Bazzy or 2 for the mate boost, and then ride the Bazzy and have a pack of sharks swimming and dealing damage to Motor. You can also bring Mosasauruses and stuff like that, but Megalodons are really good for Motor as well. So I would heavily recommend bringing some Megalodons with you in order to deal with Motor. Now, another really cool thing that I think people overlook with the Megalodons is that they have access to a tech saddle. That's right, you can see our big boy here, he's outfitted in his tech armor, and they have access to this. So you can fire out laser blasts while you're cruising around on your Megalodon, which gives you long range capabilities to just pretty much shred everything in the area. And then anything that gets close, you can simply cancel that, apply your Nashed effect, swim away, and then deal with them from a range if you so choose to. And it just does so much damage with the tech saddle. And a lot of people, I think, forget that Megalodons have tech saddles. So this makes them great for just PvP, PvE even as well. You can see there we dealt with everything in a matter of seconds. So keep that in mind. Like I said, they are breedable as well, so you can imprint on them, raise your own pack of Megalodons. Is that what they would be called? Pack of Megalodons? Yeah, I guess so. So this makes them great for caves as well. Any ocean caves that you need to go into to get artifacts, for example, on the island, stuff like that. You can take a pack of Megalodons or even a single Megalodon and you still be able to deal a ton of damage. Now, as well as that, Megalodons actually have a really good hitbox. I'm just trying to find one. So when you actually go down to the ocean depths and you're trying to find Eutropids or Trilobites, Megalodons deal quite a lot of damage to them and they can actually get the resources relatively easy. So these guys are great for deep sea diving and just dealing with Eutropids and Trilobites and stuff like that. And like I mentioned, any Mosasauruses or Tusos that come into your vicinity, you can easily deal with your Megalodon because of that Nashed ability. So heavily would recommend getting a pack of Megalodons to cruise around the ocean with because they deal a lot of damage and they're just really solid tames. They've got quite a lot of health. You can see here, I think this guy had 4,200 health on his tame for a 150. And like we can tank quite a bit of damage with the saddles. And Megalodon saddles are actually really easy to come across in drops and stuff like that. So you can easily get higher tier saddles for your Megs. Relatively easy. So guys, that is going to be it for today for the Megalodon. We've covered everything about it, its abilities. Recently, that buff that they got really made them a lot stronger. Before, they were just kind of useless. They only had the tech saddle going for them and that was it. But the recent buff with the pack and the bleeding effect really helps them out. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one today. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.